See, when a gaited horse's head gets to bobbing like that, they're happy. So we've got him thinking about going forward, and he's coming from behind. Keep him going up into it, and there you go. The more his head bobs, the happier you get. Dennis here at Cappel Training and Shoeing. Got another horse that just came in that supposedly had just started bucking for apparently no reason, and we'll see what it is. This is a draft cross of some kind, great big horse, but I suspect that it could be because of condition as much as anything. This horse is pretty plump, and plumpness right there. When I asked the horse to move, the first thing it did was it resisted moving, and then when it did decide to move, it went to the other side and hit that outside boundary. So it was in a defiant position, a defiant posture when I asked for the feet to move, and then it was in a rebellious posture once the feet started to move, which is not unusual. So the horse is obviously gentle, and the horse is obviously kind. He's got a real kind eye. So the thing that I'm sure we're lacking here is respect. So respect and trust have to work together, and when we have trust through the roof, respect is in the cellar. So as we bring respect up out of the basement, sometimes we're going to compromise a little bit on the trust, and then it can invert. I don't want it to invert, but it can invert where we have respect real high and trust in the tank. And what ideally I want is to get respect and trust on the same end of the same stick together and raise both of them together. So the horse has already told me by how he responded here that respect is what we're dealing with. So I'm gonna raise up and ask him to move. He didn't respond when I asked him initially. That was a pretty nice response. Went to the outside, so I'm getting forward motion. This horse is gaited. When he was going on there, that was a shuffle. So that was what she thought. He was gaited, but she wasn't sure. So he is, and he's just doing pretty nice here. He's doing a little more than I want him to move. See him try to face up there? That's a defensive posture. Going faster than I want. And then I ask him to move his hip. Oh, that was the other thing. This horse had supposedly had a bout with EPM. Perhaps that trip there was a remnant of that. Didn't see anything other than just one misstep, so I'm not too concerned about that. They can do that when asked for forward, and he's not used to moving because of outside interference. So sometimes that can cause him to just trip. So I wouldn't think too much about that at this point anyway. Go forward. Hit to the outside there. You see when he hit that outside boundary, he hit it pretty hard. I'm looking for agreement here with a better attitude, and there it is right there. And what was better about it was that he came to me, he put some slack in the rope, his head came down, and he was free flowing forward without that resistance. So I'm asking him to come forward here. Step up forward, come on. There we go. He let me really easily move those back feet. He let me take him forward. He did, again, go to the outside, threw his head to the outside. I'm wanting this horse to just stay beside me. Let me take him to the left. See him look to the right hard, right, look to the right hard again right there. I've got my hand set on my stomach so that when he flips his head around to look to the right, he's running into his own resistance by hitting that outside boundary. Now I'm going to have him go straight there. Go forward. Behind that shoulder, asking him to get forward. There we go. Now I'm going to go right. You know that shoulder came on me, and he didn't move his front end. He shoved that shoulder at me. I'm wanting him to just yield and then move away from me. I want him to come to the left here. I want him to go straight. I want him to go right. He didn't need to stop. He could have kept moving, but he didn't understand this yet. That's all right. Energy up. See that shoulder standing there, not moving away. So why do I do this? I do this to show the horse that if he stays, say 3 feet away from me, and he goes the direction I want him to go, the speed I want him to go, he's going to be in complete release. So that kind of got working on the left side. I'm going to toss this over his head, move his front end away, go from being in his left eye to his right eye, and repeat the same thing on this side. Now he's going faster than I want. He tried to face up. In that defensive posture, he's going faster than I want, so I'll take his hip away, send him forward. His hip away, send him forward. There was one more misstep in the front end right there. Take the hip away, send him forward. Now he's starting to respond and think. That's a reaction. He's running faster than I want through me. He's taking over right here, just running. So I'll take his hip away, send him forward. Take his hip away, just to yield a step like that, and then send him forward. You see that hip yield there is a trigger to slow him down. He's taking it too far and wanting to hide behind his shoulders. I'm waiting for him to get even. Now he's in a pretty good frame of mind. Real good frame of mind. Forward. Let's go straight. Now let's go to the left. And when I asked him to go left, he raised up because he didn't understand, ran through. Now he understands. That shoulder over there. There we go. See that shoulder sticking on me. Now he's yielding. He's still vacillating between pushing on me on the inside and yanking away to the outside. So I'm just waiting for agreement to show up here. There's agreement. Let's go straight. He's running through too fast. Let's go to the left. That's agreement. That's agreement. That's agreement. Now let's go straight. So what I'm looking for is for him to only do what I want. I don't mind that he's stopping because he is feeling that freedom, complete freedom, and he's a little bit lost at what to do when I'm not actually pulling. He's used to having somebody just pull on him to get him to do stuff, and I'm wanting him to do it on his own. So he needs to have enough self-confidence that he can go on a loose rope there, not go through that front end, but yield to it. Yield to it. And go over. Very nice. Very nice. See his head come down. See the agreement in the licking and chewing there as I'm doing what I'm doing. Heads up, Bracy right here. He's stuck. Now he's unstuck. Just go to the right. Pulling on me. Now he's off. Very good. Just go straight. Just go left. So why do I change direction and what I'm doing so much? The reason that I change direction and what I'm doing so much is to set the stage so that the horse's anticipation and taking over and doing something on their own that I'm not telling him to do leaves. And we get a horse that is in a state of mind where they're waiting for me to tell him to go right, straight, or left. Turn, and then it would be right, straight, or left on the other side. So I'll get both sides working. And this horse is yielding away nicely, listening nicely, and see how quiet, and he's only taking the steps I'm asking him to take. This to me is very important. When a horse gets like that, then the dash light indicators in the horse's eye and his posture and everything is telling me I'm probably safe to get on. You know, whereas if they're pulling on your hands, a horse that will pull on your hands will buck you off. If you're out there trying to work them, they're pulling on your hands, they're bracing, and they're trying to control you with their body. They're trying to control you by being too close. They're not being respectful. They're telling you before you get on, you're in danger because I'm in control. So the little things that I've done here, just with him accepting me, now he took over right there. When I moved him, and he put his head down and he flipped me off, and then he ran through there. See, I got to recognize that he did that. He did that by taking hold of that. Come on. He doesn't get to just stand there and let me numb him out with this flag. I'm not trying to desensitize him into oblivion with this flag. If he shuts me out like that, I got to do whatever I need to do to get him moving. But he seems to be in a pretty good frame of mind here, so I'm going to get a bridle, and then I'm going to have Cade come in here and get on him, and we'll see where he's at. Just going to adjust the headstall here before I put it on his head. Go ahead and take this halter off. And you want to let them stirrups down to fit you while I'm putting the bridle on, that'd be fine.
I already have them now. I already know.
Okay.
Where I have.
All right, Cade. Step up there and see what you got.
I'm gonna flip it first.
Pretty round, isn't it?
I'm sitting down,
You
I'm
get-
sitting on him.
You get the side, and it feel like you're sitting right on the floor, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
kind of like that white horse you was riding yesterday.
Okay, well just start in like we do, looking where you're going, staying on your seat. Okay, so just go easy there, Cade, because he's humped up against the saddle. So keep your spurs out of him, keep his head up. All right, just keep looking where you're going, and just keep him moving around there in that circle. Don't let him get his head down. Just keep it up. Keep looking where you're going. Just ease up and just keep doing what you're doing until he's moving forward. Keep doing that until he's smoothed out. Just go in a little bigger circle, come up here. Left leg on right there. Your hands wide and up and move that bit across his tongue as you're going along. Keep contact with his mouth, Cade, and now just bump lightly with both feet there a little bit to get forward motion. Keep going, keep going. Right now, the frustration that he's exhibiting in his body, we're going to give him a place to go with that, and that is going forward. And pretty soon he'll level out here, make that go. There was a good step. Nice. Look around to the left and just keep it going for a second. Now that's nice. Very nice. Squeeze just both feet, both calves about the top of your boot. Now bump on him just a little bit. There you go. Now feel that forward coming in there. He feels a lot better now, doesn't he? Bring him on around. Step on the gas a little bit and get a little more forward. There you go. Starting to roll off into that gait just a little bit. He's almost foxtrotting, but not quite. Just get right up in there till he gets real smooth. Stay there with him. There, just like that. Good job. Look over and walk towards the camera and come in front of me. We're going to change direction. Keep that rhythm going. Keep that rhythm going. Look to the right now, and let's go. Step on the gas. When he wants to ball up and look down, keep riding. Keep riding. Use a little more right bridle rein to get him to look slightly more. There you go. That's enough. Now bump with both legs while you're going along there. Ask for a little more forward. That's it. See, when a gaited horse's head gets to bobbing like that, they're happy. So we've got him thinking about going forward, and he's coming from behind. Keep him going up into it, and there you go. The more his head bobs, the happier you get. Okay, just breathe and relax and let him have a bunch of bridle rein and let him walk there a minute. And then turn and come in front of me here. Now he's getting rewarded for listening to you by letting him have some freedom here. I'm just watching how he's traveling here. You know, he appears to have an even stride. He appears to be sound on both ends. Once in a while, the only thing I'm seeing is he's kind of jabbing his front feet in the ground instead of landing heel first and rolling up onto it. He's not showing any signs of lameness, but he's just once in a while just stabbing his foot in the ground, and I think it could be partly because he needs to be woke up here a little bit and going forward better. So take back hold of him, go wide with your hands, Get your legs moving. Bring that life up. Get it up going. There we go. Now all of the uneasiness and this jabbing effect went out the window when we got good forward motion. Cluck to him a little bit. There we go. Perfect. Feel him fall in there on that inside though just a little bit. That shoulder came left. There you go. Now you need the outside leg. You look over your left shoulder, come in front of me. Lift on those reins, keep him going, cluck to him. Keep the life up there a minute. Okay, let him just relax and walk. Good. I think he's going to be just fine. I think it was between his ears. He would have bucked right there if Cade hadn't just stayed right there with him like he did. That horse would have bucked. But he picked up on him. He went wide with his hands, took contact in his mouth, and gently encouraged forward motion with his legs until this horse quit thinking about what was on his back and started looking out through the bridle and started thinking about going out there. And when he started thinking about going out there, then now he's got a pretty good attitude. So he probably somewhere along the line had learned that he could tense up like that and hop like he was wanting to do and get whoever was riding him to quit. And Cade stayed on, didn't quit, and came through. So I think with a little bit of time and probably with 200-pound loss of weight, that this horse will be a lot happier. I think so.
A lot more comfortable with me to sit on him then.
Cade said it'd be a lot more comfortable for him to sit on too, a couple 100-pound lighter.
How do you think I feel?
All right.